From a young age, teachers would request students to draw out a diagram of their family tree. Simply go home and ask some questions. It was that easy for most children.
Marissa was always exceptionally close with her family.
My grandparents are more than just individuals that spoiled me on holidays, but people I saw on a regular, quite often basis. When I was merely 6 months old, I lost my aunt. When I was 2 years old, I lost my grandmother. Then again when I was 8 and 9 years old. And when I reached 13, I lost my grandfather, my last grandparent.
She was always sad and felt like she was missing something. And she always asked, can we get more family? And my answer used to be, Marissa, it doesn't work that way. You don't just get new family.
Now this is where things get a little complicated. My father is a child of artificial insemination.
Marissa had always wanted to know more about our family, where we came from, what we were like, where our ancestors lived, everything like that. And this DNA test has allowed us to expand upon what we knew from our origins and everything like that. And although it wasn't the information we were necessarily looking for, it also gave her something to look into.
Societal stigmas made people believe that using a donor was something to be ashamed of, so they would hide it. In the past, most parents using donors would plan to take this secret to their grave, and that is exactly what my grandparents did.
My father was sterile and they used a sperm donor.
This is not only news to me, but for my father as well.
When my results first came back, I got an email from Ancestry.com and I logged on and looked, and to be honest with you, I really didn't think much about it.
I found out before the rest of my family found out, even before Josh found out. This was maybe 9-10 years ago. It was after my father-in-law, Josh's dad, passed away, and before my mother-in-law passed away. And Josh's aunt was over, and always was a little bitter toward both my mother-in-law and father-in-law, and I always knew that, but she made a comment and said, well, you know, Stan wasn't Josh's father. And I looked at her and she said he wasn't. And I just didn't believe what she had to say.
And when we received his results, some of the dots didn't connect, but it wasn't anything alarming. We just figured maybe there's some extended family we didn't know about, so we didn't really pay much attention to it.
I have 1 new grandfather, 5 new aunts and uncles, 11 new first cousins, 12 new second cousins, and 18 new third cousins. And who knows if there's more.
Never did I think it was going to turn out in such a positive way, and he'd have such a great reaction over it, and now have new siblings and new family that he feels close to. So in a way, you never know how things are going to end, and I'm just so thankful that it was such a positive experience after all.
My family over the years has gotten smaller and smaller. My sister passed away right after 9/11. My dad passed away about 9 years ago, and my mom about 7.5 years ago. So family is really very small, and although it's very hard to explain, for some reason you immediately feel close to these people like you've known them your entire life.
Not only have we found out that I have more aunts and uncles than we had assumed, but I also have more cousins who are my age.
My family tree is continuously growing, and that's one hell of a beautiful thing.